EcoShorts Presents Mammoths, the Architects of the Ice Age. Once the Earth was shaped by giants. Across the frozen continents of the Ice Age, vast grasslands stretched from Spain to Siberia. Not forests, not tundra, but open steppe, cold, dry, and alive. And walking through it were mammoths, towering, furred, tusked, moving in herds across a world of wind and ice, leaving trails that became rivers, paths that became migration routes, and landscapes that would not exist without them. This was the mammoth steppe. And mammoths were its engineers. Long before cities, long before history, humans painted mammoths on cave walls. At Chauvet, at Rouffignac, at Altamira. They carved them into ivory. They etched them into stone. To the first peoples of the Ice Age, mammoths were not just animals, they were food, but also shelter, clothing, and myth. They were the giants of the first human world, but mammoths were more than symbols. They were builders. Their constant movement crushed young trees. Their grazing kept grasslands open. Their trampling packed snow, keeping permafrost cold. Their dung fertilized the soil. They maintained an ecosystem the size of continents, a biome now lost. When mammoths walked, the north was grass, cold grass, wind-swept grass. This grass reflected sunlight. It kept the ground frozen. It locked carbon into the soil. The mammoth steppe was one of the largest ecosystems Earth has ever known, and it vanished. As the climate warmed, forests advanced. As humans spread, mammoths disappeared. Within a few thousand years, the giants were gone, and the world changed. Grasslands collapsed, trees took over. Permafrost thawed, the Ice Age ended. The age of forests began, and with it the world we recognize today. But mammoths never truly left our imagination. They stand frozen in Siberian ice, perfectly preserved in permafrost, not as fossils but intact bodies. And now, science is asking a question no civilization has ever asked before. Can we bring them back? Geneticists have mapped the mammoth genome. They have compared it to modern elephants. They have identified the cold-adapted genes, and the tools now exist to rebuild a mammoth. But a deeper question remains. Where would it live? The mammoth steppe no longer exists. The world is warmer, the forests have spread. The ice has retreated, the grasslands are gone. We could resurrect a mammoth, but we cannot resurrect its world. Not without rebuilding an entire ecosystem. In northern Siberia, one experiment is already underway. Pleistocene Park, a rewilding project attempting to restore Ice Age grasslands using modern grazers. Bison, horses, and reindeer. The mammoth steppe may have helped regulate Earth's climate, and its loss may still be shaping our future. So when we ask if mammoths should return, we are not asking a question about biology. We are asking a question about responsibility. Do we bring back a species, or do we rebuild a world? Once, mammoths shaped continents. They carved the plains. They kept the ice. They built an ecosystem that lasted tens of thousands of years. Their extinction changed the planet. And now, in a warming world, we stand where they once walked, looking back at a world of giants, and forward into a future we are still shaping. Because the story of mammoths is not just about the past, it is about the kind of ancestors we choose to be.